Anthony Davis, during his introductory press conference with the Maverick fans, made a statement about how Maverick fans are feeling about the loss of Luka Doncic. Here's what he had to say. I understand it, Davis said. It's a business, and I understand who Luka was to this franchise, to the city, and I'm never going to downplay that. Just like I know what I meant to the city of LA. So that cracks me up right there, just in the sense that Anthony Davis has to be delusional in this sense because the city of LA got over him the moment it was announced he was traded. I don't think there was any Laker fan that was depressed about him getting traded. They were very happy about it. A lot of them were on cloud nine, and still a lot of them are still on cloud nine because they feel that they have the next generation of a Lakers superstar to guide them into the next 10 to 12 years. That they have their guy now. Just they have their replacement for not only Anthony Davis but for LeBron. That now they're going to be free of LeBron, who most of them don't like. They want him gone, and that this paves the way of this for happening. That they finally have that box office star. So I disagree. I think Laker fans, to be honest, I think they do respect Davis for what he brought to their team, how he was able to get them that bubble championship. Granted, I think that championship is meaningless, but I know to them that means the world. So, whatever, it is what it is. But I think they definitely appreciate it, but I don't think they view Davis as a franchise hero the same way the Maverick fans view Luka Doncic. I just don't think they do. I think they view him as a useful asset at the time, and that he was great in what he did. But I don't think they really have that much of an emotional connection with Anthony Davis that they had with their previous stars of Lakers past. Just not just like the really greats like Shaq, Magic, Kobe, Jabbar, but even like the second tier greats like Paul Gasol. I still think Laker fans love Pau, and they're always appreciative of just the memories he brought to them with those two title runs. In some ways, I think Laker fans probably hold Pau Gasol in higher regard than Anthony Davis, even though I think Anthony Davis is a more talented player than Pau Gasol. So I don't think they view him that way. But I get it that Davis has to be in denial of how Laker fans feel about him to just even justify his time being there, because I think he wasted his time being in LA. I don't think it enhanced his legacy, to be truthful. Just because he's never going to get credit for that 2020 championship, in which I think arguably he was the best player on that team, but no one really ever gives him that credit. They give LeBron that credit. They use it to make another argument to why LeBron should be the GOAT, but I don't think he's ever going to get that credit just there. I don't think that championship really does much for his legacy because he doesn't get credit as being the number one guy. So I know this sounds probably bad in some ways, but if you believe that you're truly an all-time great player and you're the guy and you don't get credit for winning a title, being the guy, then that title is pretty much useless in my eyes. Like, I rather have the status of a Karl Malone or a Charles Barkley than just be known as the number two guy on a championship team if I truly feel I was the best. And I think that's the case with Anthony Davis. I don't look at him as being better than a guy like Karl Malone career-wise, or even Charles Barkley, because Barkley was a league MVP. Davis never achieved any of those things. So I think his time in LA was really wasted. If you're looking from a legacy perspective, I don't think it really enhanced his legacy, but I don't think he can really be truthful about it because the truth hurts. So he has to be in this kind of denial that he was like this franchise savior for the Lakers, the same way that Luka was for the Mavericks. But I don't think that is the case. But hey, I do give him credit for being a professional and not sulking about getting traded and just vowing to just play the best he can play with the Mavericks. So I give him all the credit in the world for doing that. I wish more guys had that type of attitude when they got traded and they were just professionals about it and they were determined to prove their worth. Like the way Davis has that attitude. He said the right things in all the interviews I've seen of him since this trade. And I'm just looking right now at the box scores of this Mavericks Rockets game. Is still going on. There's a little bit over 6 minutes left, but Davis is dominating the stat line right now. 26 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 blocks. hopefully this man can stay healthy, at least for the sake of Maverick fans, that he doesn't get injured often like he has in the past. He is made out of glass. He's glass man. I just hope for the sake of Maverick fans, this guy can be healthy. And even for the league, you just want to see competition. You want to see competitive teams out there. It makes the whole entire league fun overall. So just I wish him the best in Dallas, but I definitely think this man is delusional about how he views his legacy. So that's what I had to say about this.